Okay. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or good morning, or whatever it is time in the world where you are. This is Andreas, and I'm just jumping back in my truck to get it down the road. We're going to by Striker, is it? Right down in is it Poland where we're going to? I don't know. So, anybody who's driven this game before, Euro Truck Simulator, ETS2 for short, should know what a pain in the backside it can be from time to time. So I'm just going to put my cruise control on. Now I'm over 36 miles per hour. 36 miles per hour, then you can put your cruise controller. So now I can let go of the W and the S. I'm driving on keyboard, as you can see by the way that the steering moves. And then I'm going to use the lane keeping abilities in the game. And I've got my map to my N key. So now you'll see that the steering wheel has gone really nice and smooth. Although I don't believe that we're going to... I've got 11% damage on my truck. I don't know if I'm going that way, am I? No, I'm not. Oh! Do you hear me? Crash. Big crashes. So let me show you a trick to get round the little ups and downs of life. So I've got 6% damage on the trailer, and that is not good enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to go quickly into the load game, into the auto saves, the current time, and we'll do that one, which should be at least a cleaner, undamaged cargo. But these are sometimes the things that I sent to test you. Rightio, let me go. I don't think I've got any game sound on, so this is just by way of a tester video to see what's going on in the game. I think I need to just alter some things in the game. Let me just get this going quickly. I haven't looked behind me yet. There you are. There's a nice yellow truck. He's going to run into me. Is he not? I'm going as fast as I can. Right, this time I will get into this lane. He's just trying to get around me. I'm blocking him off every So that's cruise control is on. Should have picked it up. Yes, so the 37 mile an hour is just inside where you can turn cruise control on. I've got my cruise control map to see, and then I'm going to put the auto steer on, which is it's actually the lane keeping, and it should be just right. I'm going to go back into the truck. Hang about. Why is that on? A faulty truck. So my damages on my truck are causing the 11% damage. Right, so we just didn't quite undo that damage. Auto save. Let's go back to 30 something or other. 23, 34. Load that game, and I'll check my 11%. I still got 11% on my truck, but I've got nothing on the actual load. Let me go back a bit further if I can. So it was a while since when I last played this. So although I've been playing it today a bit, of course. And 22, 24, 56. Oh no, auto saves. It's the auto saves that I'm looking for. So I'll go to 23, 29 because I think it crashed to a halt the last time. And we'll quickly look. 4% damage on the truck, so that's better. I had already accepted the 4% damage on the truck when I was leaving it to drive, and I left the machine and went AFK, and my truck hit. I was right across the other side of the room, and I saw my truck hit a roadworks that was just stuck in the middle of the road, which wasn't there when I passed earlier when I was going into the town. And I just got the truck going, and it hits at about 30 mile an hour, so I'm pretty lucky they didn't do any more than that type of damage. So, can you turn your reversing lamps off, please? Your reversing tones. They go right through me, so when my truck reverses, I don't have the beeping on. There's no real need for it, you know. It's not doesn't have to be that realistic, does it? 52. Let me just slow this down a little bit. 50, and then we can put the auto steer lane keeping on. So now you can see that the steering has gone nice and smooth. Okay, it's actually weaving in the lane, and I think what it's doing is it's just seeking. Sometimes it just settle down okay and just keep the steering wheel straight, but if I turn the auto steering off and just let it look, you see, so the steering wheel has settled itself down. But when I steer it with my keyboard, you can see that it chugs the wheel over. So now the wheel's pretty stable. I'll turn it on and off a few times to see if you can stop it from weaving. So it will eventually settle down, but that's fine. It's not weaving madly, is it? And this is the right lane for that big jackknife that I had up the road a little bit. But that is a trick that you use with your loading screens. I'm sure you know it. But if you're brand new to the game, your auto saves, because it auto saves if you set it to, or leave it set on its default setting, which is it auto saves every 15 minutes, and you start your game on the hour or so, you can usually remember, 15 minutes ago it was alright. And the worst you're going to do is lose 15 minutes worth of driving in real time. So if you totally smash your truck up, you'd have to redo the whole journey or spend 45,000 quid. This job that I'm doing is 45,000 in money. So you can see on the jobs income there, it's the third line up from the bottom, job income 45,830. And if I put 11% damage on this truck, it could easily cost me 45,000. This truck's already an old truck and has got loads of miles on. It's got over 500,000 miles on the truck, I think. Where do I see that? When I'm in the garage anyway, I'll show you it. But basically, that 45 grand I get for this could have easily gone in expenses for repairing the truck, just to get it out the door to be able to continue working with it. Anyway, that's good. And the thing about the it's not supposed to be hands-free. It's just a lane assist, but you can actually do these sort of things. Where I'm driving outside of my truck, people say, how do you manage to keep it on the road? Haha, well there you are, there's the trick. And you can do these jobs. I can actually drive like this, and I can drive like this without crashing. And I've actually done it before. Me and the friends that I used to drive with, we'd drive most of the way in one of the modes like this. I would drive like this all day long. And then you've got this camera standing still watching it go past. I forget what that shot's called particularly, but yeah. But it's driving on auto, so I'm not actually having to steer it. But I could still, manage to truck like that in real time without the the lane auto steer. Lane keeping, should I say. That's what it's called, lane keeping. And of course, cruise control comes on at about 36 miles per hour. And generally, if you don't have your cruise control on, your lane keeping goes off. But you can actually turn your cruise control on and off, and the lane keeping will stay on. You've got to be careful when you're crossing crossroads on narrow roads. So if you're on a single lane carriageway or a dual carriageway where you've got two roads either with direction going in each side, so in total the highway is 4 lanes wide, then they tend to be okay. But if you get a single road where there's one lane going in one direction and a lane going in the other direction, like a B road in England, and there's a crossroad, often when you're driving with lane keeping, it crashes off the road just right at the junction. I don't know why it does that, but you know, it doesn't want to get across the junction safely. Maybe it's just a glitch in my game, I don't know. So this is what we're doing, you know, we're driving backwards and forwards. I'm trying to get some money together. We've got to buy him a garage and that. Look at him racing me with his Balto Morski. I bet he was going to Sweden or something. But yeah, this is where I wanted to stay on this bit of road. And I think I jackknifed there as well, didn't I, later? So I had to go back about 2 or 3 saves to get my truck back to brand spanking new. And yeah, generally used to stream a long time ago, and I'm going back maybe 10 years when I played Farming Simulator, and Farming Simulator 13 was on the go, and woke up one day and turned my channel on and it was gone, just for no reason. Total family friendly, no swearing on the channel, no bad language. We never talk politics or anything like that, just having fun. And no word of warning from YouTube, and you wake up one morning and your channel's completely gone. So you know, it's not nice when that happens. And I wasn't the only one it happened to. It happened to lots of channels, and some people had millions of subscribers. I had about 35,000 at the time, and now I had just not got the heart to get back into it again. So I don't know, but you know, we've moved on 10 years. I've got a grandson now, new grandson, 9-year-old, and he likes playing Euro Truck with me and farming sims. They're all good, wholesome family games. So I might get into doing a bit of YouTube. I think the game has changed a lot as well. The games have changed, because when I used to play Euro Truck back in the day, it used to be, the multiplayer used to be done by the modding community, and we had all sorts of issues of rubber banding and things like that. So if you don't know what rubber banding is, the truck in front, who's the next multiplayer in your session, his truck might suddenly freeze, so you'll crash into the back of it, or not, depends, you know, whether the collisions were on and that, and you'd crash into his truck, and or he would suddenly fling you sideways, and I couldn't get round that corner. I was trying to deselect. So here's another trick for you. The console that I'm using, which is the developer's console. So on mine, because it's set in, I can press 0 on my keyboard. This is how a lot of people do the camera flying. So on my keypad on my keyboard, I can actually do all the camera flying around. And you see that junction that I went wrong at there? I can actually pull my truck in, making sure that the trailer has got plenty of room. Although we do need to be around on this one, so I'll just look to make sure there's nothing coming up behind. I'm going to put my truck down here. It's in a safe lane because it's in the hard shoulder, and I'll do Control F9. For some people, oh, they have just destroyed my truck. That's what happens when you get it wrong. Okay. So now I get another chance to replace, but if I show you what I was trying to do just before, because I mean I've already damaged the truck now, I might as well just show you this again. You go under the truck, and if I'd have been doing it correctly, if I'd have not been, I was probably too close over to the barrier, and I should have took a look behind me and made sure there was no traffic coming. There was not going to be any traffic now. Getting as close as I can like this so that it's safe. I've done this loads of times. That's the first time I've actually done that. And for some people it's just F9 on the keyboard now, and others it's Control F9 like it is for me. So left Control F9 So it's going to keep doing that for some reason, I think. Where's my truck? It's over there now. So this isn't going too well as a first stream, is it? As a test stream. So I'll go back into this camera. Let me try and move it again. One more time. Yeah. So let me just put it in the middle of the road there. You don't need it to be too close. If you put it too close, it'll end up inside the map. And oh, this is just then you press number 1 on the keyboard and you spawn into your cab, and that's what should have happened the first time around. But now I've just destroyed my truck totally, because I'll have had, well, look at the truck, the cab is red. So let's move this up to the load again. We'll bring back in the auto saves, and I'll go back to 29, which was there. You've got loads of them, you know. You just once in a while you want to have a clear out of all the ones that you haven't used. So I think it must be saving more frequently than 15 minutes. So we'll load that one in. I'll put us on the road, and I will not miss this turn off this next time. But I do have to get started as rapidly as I can. Save getting rammed up the back with a truck or whatever. Right, so basically I needed to turn the sound on as well. That's another thing, just as a test video. So, and then probably later we'll be back and I'll start a proper series. But this is just a test video. And if you do see this video, give us a like and subscribe, because I'm having a go. Just trying to get back into it. And let's see. I've got plenty of games I want to play as well. I basically like to play a lot of Sims, and I play Flight Sim. I used to play Flight Sim X back in the day, but now it's 2020, and I'm going to be getting the new 2024. It's already out, but you know, just a matter of getting around to buying the game and learning to play it. So what's going on here then? Why does my truck keep slamming its brakes on? 4% can't have been doing it, can it? All I did was let go. Accelerate. I'm trying to get to 36 mile an hour so I can put my auto drive on. So 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cosplay is what you use in Farm Sim. I mean cruise control. So now it's on. I've also got my stepping up keys and stepping down keys. So add 5 miles per hour to the cruise control by pressing my page up button, and to the left I've got home also mapped as cruise control, and then I've also got the insert as stepping it down. So if I want to go back down to 35, which I don't, I'll step it up to 45. So you can see now it's creeping up on its own, and then I'll put the steering auto steer on for the actual lane keeping, and it is lane keeping. It's not full 100%. It's not auto drive or anything like that. I keep calling it auto drive. It's just lane keeping, and it's very dodgy. It turns itself off all the time, so you've got to be very careful with it. And then I'll try and wind this up to 50, so you can see it's climbing up 47, 48, and then if I decrease on that I can go back down to 45, but I'm going to stay at that, and we can just quickly go through and have a look. Got no damage on. There's our map. Lovely game though, I like playing this, and I also need a petrol shop. I need some more go-go water. Right, let me see if I can leave the game to run and risk crashing it up again. I can't, can I? Because I want to get the game sound brought in, which will be in advanced properties. And I have to get the truck back on the road. I'm aware that you can't hear the game sound though. For some reason it's not sending it to the right channels perhaps. So let me see if I can find this audio. Maybe it should be mono, but I don't know. The vehicle's running down the road there. Let's just see if I can put all these other things on. Nothing's working for that. Desktop audio. Let me see. Oops, my truck is crashing again. Another 5% damage. Yeah, so I'm on a losing wicket here. I think I'll give in for the time being. I'm going to have to make sure I get the sound working because I can't get it working while I'm trying to play the game. Anyway, that's a good test. I think I'll start off. I think my mic is the main thing I was trying to test there, but for some reason I turned the game sound off. I remember doing it so I could get the clarity on the mic. And hopefully that mic is clear now. So thank you very much for listening, and I will probably start a full new series off of Euro Truck before I have to buy. I've only got one garage at the moment, your starting garage. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you later. Taddy bye.